Are you happy? Are you happy shackled to the responsibilities that become the core of our lives as we blast past our childhood? Are you happy waking up every day from a deep slumber just to go out there and be a part of thousands of dying dreams? In this pursuit of making our lifestyle better, aren't we losing the essence of it all? With each tick tock of the clock, we are forgetting that happiness cannot be physically possessed in materialistic things. The urban jungle, now that is a wild place to be. It is the survival of the fittest, and I have had enough of it. Enough of this grind and hustle. A two-wheel pursuit is an order, a pursuit of happiness, a pursuit that would take me to the happiest place in this world, where the worldly pleasures have no place. A different world altogether, still preserved from the widespread atrocities that the rest of the world is burning in. My pursuit of happiness will lead me towards Bhutan, the land of llamas and arguably one of the happiest countries in the world.
मैं इश्क लिखूं तो तुम मोटरसाइकिल समझ लेना, मैं सुकून लिखूं तो तुम चाय समझ लेना. Now if you're a motorcyclist who loves chai, you must have felt that, right? Now what we also feel is the bond that we develop with a motorcycle. Now it might sound a little metaphysical, but boy, it is real. Now I too developed a relationship with one particular motorcycle because we spent almost 6,000 kilometers together. And not a toxic relationship though, a very, very rewarding one. And on this quest to find happiness in an unknown mystical land, I wanted to summon the same companion. So here it is, my ride, my partner for this journey, the master of adventure, the Suzuki V-Strom SX. Now let's see what's out there, shall we? Just 100 meters into the Kingdom of Bhutan, and I could already feel the stark differences. I have a feeling that the Bhutan gate that we cross in Phuntsholing isn't a normal gate. It's a freaking portal to a different world altogether. A world that is more peaceful, calm, cleaner and silent. Also, since there isn't a particular roadmap that would lead me towards my happiness, unscripted is the way to go. So I don't know where the roads will take me today, but I hope that whatever lies ahead exercises the demons in my head.
With the chaos, we also left behind straight roads as Bhutan welcomed us with a bear hug of flowing corners. Winding roads that snake through the mystical valleys allowed me to have some playtime with the Suzuki V-Strom SX, which also seemed to be in its own element. The Sangye Mikyoling Monastery provided the first taste of Bhutanese culture. Constructed in 2017, it is a replica of an 11th century structure erected by a Tibetan medieval poet, famous for his journey from revenge-motivated witchcraft to enlightenment. To the rest of the world, this is how you pull off remakes. Take notes. This is the thing about happiness, no? The more you run after it, the farther it seems. Certainty provides a balloon of comfort, and I wanted to burst just that. And there's a dense mist of uncertainties that define foggy rides. It requires you to be one with the motorcycle, to be utterly focused on nothing but the road. As the fog cleared up, we penetrated deeper into the Kingdom of Bhutan, only to get bowled over and over again by the smooth and winding roads. The colorful fluttering flags became a regular sight. What also became a regular sight were the layers of mountains visible in the distance, making you wonder what sort of secrets they house within. As the dust started dominating the skies, the Himalayas looked even more formidable. There's a popular saying that goes, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that." And hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. While the powerful illumination provided by the LED headlight setup of the V-Strom SX proved the former part, I still had no idea that Bhutan will teach me how to love. Sub-zero riding temperature, lush green meadows and otherworldly city of Paro were the flavors of my second day in Bhutan. After a day of riding the V-Strom SX in Bhutan, I could see why I love this motorcycle so much and why I considered myself lucky to have a companion that has your back all the time. When you're riding on such narrow roads where thin sheets of ice also make a cameo appearance every now and then, you need a motorcycle that you can trust. And that trust is hard to come by. It is not bought off the showroom floor after reading the spec sheet. It is earned by going out there and wandering with your street.
Highest motorable road. Now this stuff is bound to fill any motorcyclist with a sense of pride and not to forget, a sense of happiness as well. So when I started my ride from the border town of Phuentsholing, the roads were so good that I didn't want to stop at all. And the motorcyclist in me was looking for the ultimate adventure before I delved deep down into the Bhutanese culture. So when I asked the locals about the highest motorable road in Bhutan, they pointed me towards the Chele La Pass, where we are right now. The views here are downright surreal, and as you can very well see, scaling the highest motorable road in Bhutan, which sits at around 13,000 feet, has made me find a piece of my happiness here. Also, we are witnessing the glorious peak of Jumulhari, which is the most sacred mountain peak in Bhutan, which is right there. So Jumulhari literally means the deity of mountain goddess. And just to let you know, Bhutan is a matriarchal country, and that is the reason why that mountain peak is considered to be unscalable, very sacred. And some people tried to scale the Jumulhari back in the day, and some natural catastrophes hit the country of Bhutan. So that mountain peak, apart from being sacred, is unscalable at the moment. We have also found thousands of these religious flags at the Chele La Pass. So what the Bhutanese people do is that they tie these religious flags on the highest peaks there are on the mountain ranges, and they tie this for the betterment, for the contentment of all the sentient beings out there. Mind you, not just human beings, not just the Bhutanese community, but for all the sentient beings out there in the world. So be it an insect, be it any animal out there, be it any human being belonging to any community out there, the Bhutanese people tie these religious flags for the contentment of all of them. And this concept is something which I'm taking back to India as well.
Snow-capped mountains in the distance, a vibrant sea of fluttering flags, and the valley basking in the glorious sunlight. It was hard to leave Chele La Pass behind, but I had some other commitments too. A commitment to myself to hold my breath and take a deep dive into the Bhutanese history and culture.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm being a little selfish here because history excites me. And the structure that you see behind me is one of the most iconic landmarks in Paro, known as the Dochula Pass. Now, Zong is something that you would hear and see very often in Bhutan. It literally translates to monastery fortresses, and they have played a pivotal role in Bhutan's defense over the past few years, and the Dochula Pass is no different. It was built in 1649 to commemorate Bhutan's victory over Tibetan invaders back in 1647, but in 1951 it was burned for some unknown reasons. And 3 years back it was restored to its former glory. In fact, it is still under maintenance, the reason why we cannot go inside the monastery to explore it. Now, Paro has many other landmarks to explore that deserve to be explored in a good light, and we shall do that now.
And there it was, the Rinpong Zong, standing tall in all its authoritative glory. Authoritative because it is home to the district monastic body as well as government administrative offices of Paro district. The V-Strom SX liked being there, as if the monastery fortress complemented the sense with which the V-Strom SX rides, covers miles for that matter, with a composed demeanor, getting the job done every time. Before the two of us bid adieu to the ancient city of Paro, we wanted to soak in a little more of its legacy, and then it appeared, almost camouflaged in a deep gorge. The Tachogang Lakhang, the iron chain bridge of Paro, almost 600 years old, gracing the sands and snows of time. It was now time to head to Thimphu, the capital city of Bhutan and the core of its modern civilization. People like you, me, the wanderers basically, we always seek our freedom and happiness out on the open roads. For unknown reasons, it seems like our purpose is to climb the mountains which seem invincible. Surfing on the big wave of Suzuki V-Strom SX's mid-range grunt, the climb was made easy. In fact, I never felt the need for more performance as I had enough at the disposal of my right wrist to cover distances quickly. When I arrived at the Dochula Pass, one particularly handsome motorcycle there caught everyone's attention, draped in the signature shade of champion yellow. While the tourists made acquaintance with the V-Strom SX, I too made a friend there. Being a Tibetan mastiff, he dearly earned his name Your Majesty as he moved on to explore the 108 stupas that are mounted on the Dochula Pass. It is believed that it is one of the most surreal mountain passes around, as one can get a panoramic view of snow-laden Himalayas, but sadly, the skies weren't clear to offer the same. Now, being the final day in Bhutan, I wanted to soak it all in. The tranquility, the peace, and the escape from the chaos that this country offers. And what better way to find some peace than to lose the essence of time at a monastery?
So after having a word with the locals, I got to know about this place called the Dechen Phodrang Monastery. And it is also locally known as the Palace of Great Bliss. So I'm assuming that I was destined to come here on my pursuit of happiness. And just to let you know, this isn't your normal monastery, as it also serves as a monastic school. And there are currently 250 monks studying here, all different sort of subjects. And as we speak, there's a prayer procession going on right now inside, and that is where we are headed. Back in 1933, an English author named Jim Selden wrote a book called The Lost Horizon, in which he described an imaginary place called the Shangri-La. Now, according to the legend, Shangri-La is a place even beyond the realms of heaven, a place where you can find eternal peace and bliss. And I've got every reason to believe that Bhutan is the last Shangri-La on earth. I've started smiling a lot more after coming to Bhutan, looking at all those happy faces which always manage to smile back at you. I've become a lot calmer. In fact, I'm sleeping better. I'm riding a lot slower than my usual pace, trying to take it all in. I'm sleeping better. And in fact, right after entering the Kingdom of Bhutan, I switched my music playlist from heavy metal and hip hop to blues and feel-good Bollywood music. The urban life is full of chaos, and you always have to get stuff done. Now, in a striking contrast, time stands still in Bhutan. I'm taking a lot of lessons back to India that I've learned from the Bhutanese community, including that how they always feel of the communal good, of how they are content with what they have, and how materialistic things are nothing but sheer distractions, and how closer they are to the mother nature. And not to forget, Bhutan is an absolute paradise for any motorcyclist out there. The smooth winding roads with surreal backdrops prove to be the perfect playground for the Suzuki V-Strom SX. And having spent thousands of kilometers astride this gorgeous beauty, I can vouch for the fact that it is indeed the master of adventure. And amidst the lap of wilderness, my pursuit of happiness ends here. Thank you for being a part of this surreal adventure.